Welcome to the Tony the Prophet channel for Super Wildcard Weekend. We made it through the 18 weeks. We're in the big time. We got the playoffs, a lot of games this weekend. My three official picks will give it to you right off the top. I like the Chargers. I like the Eagles. I like the Bucks. Those are my top three. But let's go through these games in the order which they happen. First, we have the Chargers minus 2.5 or 3. I got minus 2.5. There's 2.5s and 3 there. The 2.5s are juiced up. That's okay as long as you win. Um, so we got a team in Houston. They're limping into the playoffs. Diggs out, Dell out. Mixon hasn't been doing what he's been doing. I think he hasn't gone over 57 yards in the last 4 or 5 weeks. So you have a Chargers team that's great at covering the spread, 12-4-1, 7-2 away. They actually do better on the road. 5-0 last 5 on the road against the spread. We have a Houston team that hasn't been covering the spread all year, 7-6-2, 3-4-1 at home. They don't score a lot of points lately. They're under 6-8 the last games. So I get the better coach against a limping team. It's just easy peasy. Chargers 23-16, 27-16, 30-14, easy win. McConkey has a good matchup because of a vulnerable cornerback. Palmer's out, so look for Quentin Johnson. If he doesn't drop the ball, he'll get a touchdown or some long plays. So that's game one. Game two, Baltimore, a minus 9.5. I think it's too many points. I didn't bet this game either way. I teased Baltimore. I teased Pittsburgh up to 15.5, along with Denver to 14.5. So you got Baltimore, who's got a great offense, number 3 in points scored, passing number 7, rushing they're number 1, 188 yards a game with Lamar and Henry. Yards per play, the number 1, 6.85 yards a play. But you got a divisional matchup. These teams played. Baltimore smashed them the last time, 34-17. Then we had a field goal fiesta. Pittsburgh pulled out the first game, 18-16. Had 6 field goals. Again, it's tough to run against Baltimore. So this is where Pittsburgh, it's got a little bit of trouble. Russell hasn't been doing well. Pickens hasn't been doing well. So if I'm Baltimore, I stack the box and double cover Pickens. So it should be easy. But we got Lamar 2-4 in the playoffs, and I always say every year, I'm not going to bet on him again until I see otherwise. I need more evidence. So this guy chokes in the playoffs. Divisional team. There were some 10s early in the week, which is nice. You could buy up the hook, but 9.5, I think you got enough. I think this game is like Baltimore 27-20. I'll take the points. Like I said, I haven't bet it either way. You can, it's a better number to tease Baltimore down to 3.5 or Pittsburgh up to 15.5. So that's about it. Tomlin's best dog coach ever. He's like, I don't know what the numbers are right now. I'm saying they're like 65, 34-1, something like that, and covering. So Baltimore 27-20 thinks too many points for a divisional game. Game 3, we have Buffalo, giving up a lot of points. Now, I really haven't played this game because I'm worried. I mean, Buffalo should smash Denver, but here you got a gutsy team up and coming. Denver 12-5 against the spread, 6-3 away, 6-2 against the spread the last 8. Buffalo's 10-7 against the spread, 5-3 against the spread at home. So here's what Buffalo's going to win. You got a rookie quarterback against an experienced team that's been in the playoffs the last 5 or 6 years. So everybody on that team has a lot of playoff experience. And here comes Denver, that hasn't been in the playoffs in a long time with a rookie quarterback. But between Mims and some of these guys that they have, what's his name? Sutton has come back from the dead. They're having a great year. They don't have much of a running game. but they've been in these games. Number one in sacks, great defense, maybe the best corner in the league. So I think this game is close. I think there'll be some scoring. I have a Buffalo 30-24. I think 8.5 is too many points. And again, like I said, I haven't really bet this game. I think I might have one bet. I teased up Denver, but I might have one bet on Denver. But Buffalo should kill them. But I mean, Denver's been playing well. So, like I said, I think the 6-7 points, Buffalo can win by a touchdown. I think you're okay. That Denver defense is very good. Like I said, number one in sacks and I think top 5 in points given up. So that's Denver. So now we move to Philly. It's a smash spot. I love Philly. Defense only gives up 18 points a game. They're number 3. Number 1 in passing D, 176 points. Green Bay is going to try to run the ball, but they're going to have a problem against that Philly D. And Philly's been on a roll, and Green Bay, they lost the last 2. And Green Bay, frankly, they cannot beat the good teams, okay? They lost twice to Detroit. They lost twice to Minnesota. They lost last game of the season to Chicago, and they were life and death in the first game against Chicago, and they end up pulling out at the end, 20-19. So, Green Bay doesn't have the momentum. No Watson. They're going to stack the box. Jacobs has been the whole offense lately. Love, I tell you want to make money, bet Love passing attempts. He's had 26 passing attempts a week. So they don't throw the ball. They're going to need to throw the ball against Philly. I think it's set at 32.5. I think you can win that one. That's about it. You got a superior team. I have this Philly 27-19, 31-16. I think this is the second best bet on the card. So now we turn to Tampa Bay -3. There's 3.5. It's been at 3. Tampa Bay, an amazing story late in the year. Team that's been decimated by injuries. Number 4 in points scored at 30. Number 3 in pass yards, 253 a game. Number 4 in rush yards, 147 yards a game. Look for Bucky Irving to play a huge role in this game, to run the ball against Washington and to set up the pass. Number 4 in yards per play, 6.21 yards a play. Tampa Bay defense, 30th against the pass. That's but Washington only throws 219 yards a game. So here's the key matchup. You can't run against Tampa Bay. You got Vita Vea in that line, very stout, and then that's the problem. The 28th in rush yards. So it looks like so. I think this is an easy game for Tampa Bay. You got a battle-hardened team that lost their receivers early. Should have beaten Kansas City. Lost the coin flip with those guys out. And Baker's been on fire. I think he has 15 touchdowns the last 4 weeks. They're going to score a lot of points. I figured Washington will come back in garbage time. Washington has lost the momentum. They were life and death against Lance in Dallas last week and pulled that game out by 4 points, didn't cover. I just think you got two teams going in different directions. You got a rookie quarterback. Okay, rookie quarterbacks are not too well in the playoffs. So I have a Tampa Bay 31-24. 30, it could be 34-24. You only got to cover 3 points. So I like that game there. And you have Lattimore back against Evans. Evans will still get 75 yards. Evans is going to do his thing. And the key matchup is McMillan. You look for McMillan. I bet him touchdown plus 160. He's been on fire the last few weeks. if Evans is covered, McMillan's going to be open. I bet over it's 50.5 passing yards. Should be candy from a baby. And like I said, the Tampa Bay should have beaten Kansas City. They're competitive with these teams, so we cover that easily. And the last game, this game's really a toss-up. I don't think I've bet it. I got Minnesota on a money line on Fanatics for minus 110, and then the lines. So I'm middling this game, and then the lines moved to 3 to the Rams plus 3. I'll save the Minnesota bet, but I think Rams will win. They're a better coach. Detroit exploited a bad offensive line last week. Minnesota number 5 pass game. The Rams are 23rd versus Pasty. So this is a very hard game. It's an even game. It's a weird game. They're playing in Arizona, which is a problem for the Rams, that they don't have the home. And then you have Minnesota, expect them to play better. Teams that get embarrassed on national TV usually come back. They have tough practices during the week. So it's a hard game to call. I'd like the over-under 47.5 better than the lines. I'll take the points with the Rams. It wouldn't surprise me if Minnesota won, but you got McVay and the better coach. Very close game. Rams. I had the Rams 30-27. I wouldn't surprise if it's 28-27. It's tough to say who wins. I'll tell you what I did bet, which I really like. Chance for this game to go to overtime on DraftKings, it was plus 1,400. So for every $10 you get 140. I think I put $20 on that. I think this can go overtime. But Minnesota, the better spread team, 11-5-1, 7-2 at home. Not good on the road, 4-3-1. They play worse on the road. Rams 9-8 against the spread, 4-5 at home. But this is a neutral field. Rams have been playing better, 5-1 against the spread the last 6. That gives you hope that you can keep covering. But like I said, it's a very close game, a point to 3 points differential. I took the Rams with the point. I have a money line bet, like I said, with Minnesota, because they were giving free money. It was the other sites were 2.5, and they had them at half, and the money line was the same juice as the half. So I took the, middle. I'm going to probably lose one of them, but if it goes in the middle, I win both. And like I said, a close game to call. My least confidence in this. Very close game. Hope it goes overtime. I win a few bucks. So that's it. I'll be back for next week, which is the best week where you get the better teams in and the best teams left. It's the best week in football, the best 6 games, So good luck, and we'll see you next week.